Good morning, it's Friday, and today we're going to be talking about the importance of really being true to yourself and really being who you are. We're going to be talking about a couple of different aspects of that. The first piece is going to be kind of applicable just to overall being true to yourself, and I'm going to talk about the relevance to that for going into college and for those of you who are seniors in high school now who are just starting your college search. Then we're also going to talk about peer pressure and making friends when in college. So the first point we're going to cover is being true to yourself. And as the wise character Mufasa once said, "Remember who you are." It is really important to remember who you are, what your values are, and how they factor into your everyday life. For some of you going off to college, this is going to be a really good time for you to have a fresh start, for you to really create yourself anew. And the reason you can do this is because maybe you are learning more about yourself and who you want to be. And college is the time where you can really become that person that you want to be. You're in a new place surrounded by all new people, and they will accept you for whoever you choose to be. So if that's someone different than who you were in high school, now's the perfect time to do it, and maybe that's how you can create a positive change if you want to become someone better than you were before. This should be the time where you become who you really want to be, and that should really be the person that you really are. You don't want to be a fake person and pretend to be someone that you're not. So this is a time where you can really embrace yourself as you truly are. Because you don't want to present yourself as a fake person to your friends or your classmates or even your professors. They just want you to be who you really are, and now's the perfect time to do it. For those of you who are just starting your college applications, the idea of remembering who you are and being true to yourself also applies to you in this situation. On your application, you obviously want to present yourself in the best way possible, but that doesn't mean you should present yourself differently from how you actually are. You want to highlight your skills and experiences and all the things you've done in high school, but don't start making stuff up or don't twist things around to make it different than how it really was. This is especially true when you're talking about your application essays. It's all great and dandy to have someone proofread your essay, but make sure that when it all comes down to it, your essay is really written in your style and your voice. It's okay to have people look over your essays, just make sure that it doesn't become their essay instead of yours. Another important aspect of being true to yourself is how you react when faced with a situation where you are being peer pressured into doing something. And peer pressure can mean you're being forced to do something that you don't want to do, or that you're just kind of going along with whatever the rest of the group is doing. Regardless of the situation that you find yourself in, if you feel uncomfortable doing something or uncomfortable in that situation, you can say, "No, I don't want to do this," or just get up and take your friends and go and get out of the situation. And in college, or even in high school really, you might find yourself in a situation where you are being peer pressured to do something. If that goes against who you believe yourself to be and what your values are, don't do it. And if you're with your friends and they're peer pressuring you to do something, and they don't respect your decision to say, "No, I don't want to do this," go find new friends. They're not worth it. If they're your true friends, they will respect your decision to say, "No, I don't want to do this. Let's go do something else instead that's better than what we have here." So speaking of your friends and how they support you in college, making friends can sometimes be a tricky thing to do. So we're going to talk about friends now. So I'm going to run through a couple different tips on how you can best make friends when you're in college and make the best friends of your life. So first, go along with the theme of the video, you want to be true to yourself. If you're true to yourself, you're going to be much more honest with people, and it'll be much more easy for you to make friends that way because people will be becoming the friends of who you really are instead of who you're pretending to be. Along with that, you want to stay open because you can learn a lot from other people if you just let yourself learn from them, and then they can learn from you too. Because everyone's coming from different experiences, whether you're a first-gen student or your parents did go to college. You're all coming together, and you will learn a lot from each other this way. So be open and talk with each other. And if you're going to a college where there isn't really a residential campus to it, when you're in classes, don't be afraid to ask the person sitting next to you a question in class. It's a really easy way to make friends. Because if you say, "Hey, do you understand this problem?" and they'll be like, "Yes, I do. Let me help you." There you go, you've got a friend. So don't be afraid to talk to each other in class either. Obviously not when your professor's teaching, but maybe before or after class you can ask someone for help. Or maybe they'll come to you for help, whichever works. Go to different events on campus as well. All the time throughout the year there are different movie nights or game nights that you can go to, and it's a really great way to meet other people on the campus. Don't be afraid to try anything new or maybe join a club that isn't as cool as the other ones. There's always lots of fun clubs. Whatever you're interested in, go and do it, because odds are you're going to meet other people who have similar interests to you, and you'll make lots of friends that way, too. Also, don't change who you are to become friends with people. You shouldn't have to force yourself to fit into a friend group. You should just naturally belong in that group. If you have to force yourself to fit into friend groups, you're probably going to find yourself bouncing from friend group to friend group until you find one that you actually belong with. But that's because you need to be true to yourself to find that right friend group. Also, get to know the people in your residence hall, especially those that live on the same floor as you or in the same hallway that you're in. These are going to be some of your great friends. You're going to know them all throughout college, so the sooner you get to know them, the better it's going to be for you. So in short, really just be who you are. Don't forget who you are. If you do that, you're going to have lots of friends in college, you're going to get into college, you're going to have lots of fun in life. It'll be great. I'll see you next week.